Good morning. May I have your attention?
Florida has the media and the nation's attention as all eyes and cameras focus in on an uninvited visitor. A visitor who has taken up residence in the Florida Everglades, the Burmese Python.
They're well suited to this kind of environment. The cold weather they don't care for too much, even with this, the temperatures in the low 60s, high 50s, they don't really care for that too much. But other than that, with the sun, the water availability and the prey availability, they do pretty well here. And so the animals we find are generally in good health.
A native of Southeast Asia, the Burmese python is one of the largest snakes on Earth, capable of growing 23 feet long and weighing up to 200 pounds. These pythons can live 20 to 25 years in the wild, but the question is, how many are living in the Everglades right now?
Estimates range from in the tens of thousands to possibly hundreds of thousands. And that's one of the features of this challenge that I think will help us, because by getting more people out there, and they're basically going to be our eyes and ears, and they're going to be out looking for these animals. So it'll give us a good handle on just what the range is, how far and wide they are, and how many they encounter. So we're still working on that problem as far as just a number. We don't know, and we may not ever know for sure.
The problem has gotten so bad, officials are now asking the public for help.
We're holding the challenge, two big reasons: to increase public awareness, get the public involved in this problem, because it's bigger than anything we can deal with without a lot of help. And so it gets people involved, it gets people aware of the issues, it gets information back to us, because they're going to provide data on where they catch these snakes. And so it's really a great way to get the public involved in solving a major problem in South Florida with dealing with Burmese pythons.
I like to hunt. I like to go hunting for hog and deer usually, but this could be the first time with pythons.
Me and my partner Puck, we're both members of the Iron Order Motorcycle Club, and he contacted me about doing the Python Challenge. So I said, you know what, I'm down for catching some pythons. So he came on over from Tampa, loaded up the truck, and came on down here.
Over 1,000 participants have signed up for the Florida Wildlife Commission's Python Challenge, and officials are providing training and tips for catching the snakes. But finding pythons isn't going to be easy.
They are very cryptic animals, and even a very large python can remain almost invisible to people because it could be hidden in the vegetation. And they blend in amazingly well. Today we had a capture demonstration. It's a Burmese python on a bright green lawn. Stands out really easily, but out in the Everglades they do blend in really well. So they're hard to find.
You can have all the experience in the world and go out there and not catch any pythons, not even see a python. They're so well camouflaged, and they spend a lot of time in or near the water. They can stay in the water for about 30 minutes. So if they feel the vibrations of you coming, they go into the water, you're going to walk right by them.
Whether participators are successful or not, organizations like the Nature Conservancy will be dealing with this problem into the foreseeable future.
We have organized this Python Patrol project where we teach people how to identify and report Burmese pythons, and we have a hotline that people can call it into. We also train people how to humanely and safely capture them to remove them from the environment.
The biggest problem is an ecological problem, because they eat a lot of things. They eat a lot of our native wildlife. And we know they're having impacts. We don't know how serious it is at this point, but we're very concerned. There are examples in other parts of the world where snakes have come in, exotic snakes, and they've wiped out the bird population. So it's a very serious ecological problem.
I'm an environmental science major in college, and when I read about the python problem, I was kind of upset because they're going after a lot of the game fish and the endangered animals in the Everglades, and that's kind of a very, it's an environment that we don't have anywhere else. It's the only Everglades there is, so it's real important to me to be able to get out there and help the problem.
It's really about getting people out and engaged and understanding the problem, so that's a good thing.